Hey guys, how's it going? So, in this video, I need to talk about something very important, and you're probably thinking, well, what is it this time, CJ? What more can Rockstar do to disappoint us and make us not want to play the game as card griefers? Well, to make things even worse for us, they made a new glitched icon for the special cargo vehicles. So, every time a griefer gets on this game, the game will tell us that there's cargo, and when we go to it, like this specific spot right here, and it hasn't been fixed ever since the DLC's come out. So I got this moron trying to kill me, probably. I'm gonna pass it on. Either he's trying to kill me or he's trying to blow up the cargo. One of the two. And it's not just me that's victimized by this. I mean, other people see this icon and they go to blow up the cargo. See? I bet the guy's trying to blow up the cargo and he's like, where is it? Well, I mean, it's glitched. And it's not on the rooftop either because I already checked there. In fact, I'm gonna get on my presser and get on the rooftop just to show you guys. And this is terrible. Rockstar really needs to make sure that griefers can destroy cargo.
I'll get back to work.
I don't understand why you can't just spawn a new vehicle. I don't know why you have to despawn the one you already have. Like, there's so many simple changes Rockstar can make to make this game better, you know?
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels? I'll bring it by.
Totally unnecessary.
Okay. Unless you're trying to destroy cargo, you're not a good raccoon. So I won't tell him that. Only good raccoons destroy cargo. Oh wait, we'll get killed on typing this message. It's no problem, like when you're typing a message, people can still kill you. Which is crazy because there's nothing you can do when someone knocks onto you when you're typing a message. So let's get on this rooftop and see where the supposed icons of the cargo are. So I've checked up here, checked down there. It's obviously just a glitch spawn, so if you're a griefer and the game tells you there's special cargo at this specific location, don't fall for it. And usually when you get the notification that someone's selling special cargo, it's usually talking about this icon. So if you look on your map and the icon's like right here, so like right up here, like where the nightclub is, so this is where the icon is. So don't fall for it. It's just a game trying to trick you. Oh, nightclub goods. Gotta go after those. And see what I'm talking about? Like, the game's telling me to remove a nightclub goods, and it literally shows a special icon created. Like, you cannot make this stuff up. Yeah, I guess Savage, I know if I just use my mark to expose the application. Can't have that. I guess the problem with this game, like, you gotta be very careful when you go after someone's cargo, because if you don't get it like ASAP, they'll just close the application. God damn it, Rockstar. It's no problem after those updates come out. Like every time you try to use Pegasus, it just doesn't work. Like you try to call it a Savage helicopter, it just doesn't work. That's the case with all the icons. Yep, I know Pegasus. Got cargo after, but can't get my helicopter. I don't understand why this game's so broken, you know? All it takes is for this big tipper guy to go ghost, and that's it. Like I said, I would just have used the Oppressor Mark II to go after him, but he would have closed his application. The only vehicle I can really use for blowing up cargo is the Savage, because it has the explosive cannon. And even then, the special vehicles and the icon just don't show up half the time, so when you're trying to shoot at it, you can't blow it up. Right. The game is so broken, I just don't understand why. He's in a CEO, so I worry he might go ghost. There's so many things that's wrong with blowing up cargo, you know? Like people who go in the ghost, people leaving the session when you blow it up, people selling in invite only sessions. It's always something, you know? You always have to worry about them going off the radar, you know? And then second you start shooting at them, they close the application in like half a second. Oh, please, let me get him, please. I know he'll just leave when I blow it up, though. And that's the problem with this game. Like, even if you manage to blow up someone's cargo, they just leave. They just leave and close the application and save it, you know? And these nightclub vehicles, like specifically this one, they're extremely hard to blow up. Come on. Come on. And you can't lock onto them either, FYI. Yeah, it should not take that much fucking damage. And he's just gonna close the application, I bet. He's gonna say left in 3, 2, 1. Yep. Got it. So the guy was moving like, what, a $1.5 million sale? And because you can close the application, he just gets it all back, like nothing. I mean, that's complete bullshit. I mean, that should not be a thing. And I knew it. I knew if I came with my Oppressor Mark II and started shooting missiles that he'd just close the application. That's why I have to use the Savage, because it has the explosive cannon that can destroy a cargo vehicle before grinders can close the application. But the sad part is, even if you blow it up, they can close the application and save it, you know? I mean, I get you're not supposed to win when it comes to blowing up cargo every time, but it's like they make it designed to where you can just save your cargo no matter what. Like they make it harder to grief already by making it where people can sell in ghost organization. They can sell these armored vehicles that are harder than hell to blow up. And then when you do blow them up, they close the application. So back to the icons being glitched. So a lot of times the game doesn't even tell you what someone's selling now. Like just a little bit ago I was in a session and 2 guys were selling special cargo trucks and there was no icon. And the only reason I even knew they were selling is because the game told me that they sold a special cargo shipment. So the game always likes to tell you that someone sells a special cargo shipment, but they never like to tell you when someone's moving one, you know? And I guarantee that the reason the icon didn't show up, it has something to do with the new update, where they made the icons more broken. So not only did it take an entire minute to show up on the map for other players, a lot of times they don't even work right because they're so broken now. And this has not went away the entire time I've played since the new DLC came out, like what, 10 days ago? Actually 12 days ago at this point. Because yeah, in 2 days it'll make 2 weeks the DLC came out. I just don't understand how it's so easy for grinders to sell their cargo. And this really needs fixed. I mean, me, since I've seen it enough, I know it's fake, I know it's bullshit. But what about the casual griefer? What about the casual griefer that gets so excited that Rockstar's telling them to go blow up someone's cargo and they kick on that quest and they do what the game tells them to do because they're a good player, and then when they go to blow up the cargo, they don't even see it because it's just a glitch. I mean, I swear Rockstar are doing this to us on purpose. So I've tried everything. Like I've tried. I mean, it's just like glitch cargo spot. And I can't be the only one affected by this. So I just don't agree with the delay on the special cargo vehicles because they're already delayed enough. I mean, you already had 15 seconds before the icon would even appear on the map for other players. And even then, you can go in Ghost Organization, which hides it for another 3 minutes. And not only does it hide the special icon, the special cargo icon, it also hides you as the player, so the griefer doesn't even know where you're at. So like the game will tell griefers to go and destroy cargo, and then you can just go off the radar, and then the griefer has no idea where you're at. So therefore, they can't blow up your cargo. It's crazy, you know. Guess then it just wastes our time because you know, go for all that effort and energy to look for it, and then we get nothing out of it. And that's the problem with the Oppressor Mark 2. Like, the Savage cannot stand a chance against the Oppressor Mark 2. And the problem is, a lot of times, Oppressor Mark 2s like to protect cargo. So, say there's a armored insurgent I'm trying to shoot at and destroy. I have to use a Savage because it's the only thing strong enough to destroy it without having to waste like 5 minutes of my time, because a lot of these vehicles can't be locked onto. Like that nightclub cell vehicle I just blew up a few minutes ago, there's no way I would have been able to destroy it if I wasn't in my Savage, because you have to free aim it with missiles, and it takes an insane amount of missiles. I mean, those vehicles in particular, they take up to 30 rockets to blow up. And we all know that grinders like to close the application as soon as you start shooting at them. So you have to use a vehicle with rapid fire cannons, that way it gets blown up. But even then, they can just close the application, so it doesn't even really matter. I mean, it's still good because you can blow up the cargo easier and faster, but what's it matter if they can just close the application? So it doesn't matter how much skill the griefer puts into it. Even if the griefer wins and succeeds and fights off all the people that are protecting the cargo, it doesn't even matter. So what does the griefer get out of it, really? And the only time the griefer is happy is if we know that we made someone lose money. So if we blow up the cargo and they just leave and save it, then what did we do, really? We just wasted our time, you know? So I just don't understand why Rockstar is continuing to make it easier. And I've noticed over the years that they've, you know, done more and more to make it harder for griefers. Like, they made it to where grinders can sell in invite-only sessions, and I've noticed that each time they add a cargo update now, they don't even show icons for the vehicles, like the Acid Lab vehicles. They don't even show up on the map for other players. And the only time they do is if the player gets off their bike, which the majority of the time they're driving their bike, so the icon doesn't show up at all. And then you have to get lucky and find them, and it's a tiny ass bike, and it takes like 10 RPGs to blow up. RPGs, not missiles. There's a tiny ass bike you can't even see, so it's hard to blow it up before the grinder closes your application. I mean, it's not like it's a big truck that you can shoot at non-stop. Like, you have to see exactly where it's at. And the thing is, once you kill the player, the cargo icon doesn't show up. So like, even if the bike's sitting there and you don't even know where it's at because it's so small, like, it can be hidden by a bush and you wouldn't even see it. And because Rockstar doesn't show up the icon the way it should, oftentimes the acid bike gets away, and then the player goes off the radar, and then you lose them at that point, and then they can just get on their tiny ass bike and then just sneak away. It's not like it is with the big post-op vans where you can see them and you don't lose track of where they go. And I don't understand Rockstar's logic when it comes to this game. Like, you can't lock on the vehicles like those huge nightclub vehicles that have insane armor, and you can't lock onto the air freight vehicles even though they're aircrafts. So literally, you have to shoot your cannon at it. I mean, I was in my Raiju, and I wasn't struggling to destroy a special air freight shipment because it was so fast and you can't lock onto it even though it's a plane, which is crazy. So it's like over the years they made it harder to blow up cargo. It's like at first whenever special cargo came out, they made it easy because players would have to sell their cargo in like the tugboats and like the big trucks that can be locked onto. And then that was good because, oh, and they also made you fight these big titans that can be locked onto. So you can be carrying 111 crates in a titan or a tugboat, and a griefer can just blow it up in a few rockets. And also, the special cargo vehicles are even less armored than, say, the gun running shipments, the nightclub vehicles, and the air freight shipments. But despite that, the ones that can't be locked onto are the ones that are more armored, ironically. So it makes it even harder to blow them up. So this guy's last nightclub, and I gotta ask him if he needs help selling. Because it's the only way that you can even catch these players without them going off the radar. Because the thing is, if you join CEOs, even though they go off the radar, since you're in your CEO, you still know where the cargo's at because you're in Ghost with them, you're under CEO. So that's why you may have always wondered why I've joined CEOs instead of just blowing up people's cargo, the right way. But I mean, I have to go undercover because it's the only way to be able to know what these illegal idiots are doing, And the thing is, like, you'll ask people if they need help and they don't even answer most of the time. It's like, are they even playing? Like, if they're inside their nightclub and they're not doing anything, they should get kicked for idling. And that's the thing, like, people will say it takes so long to build up cargo, but it doesn't really if you just sit in your nightclub all day, because all you have to do for your nightclub is just wait for the product to build up. And if the game's not kicking you for idling, then you can just be on all day while not actually playing. So by the time you get on, your nightclub's already ready to sell. I think you should have to physically grind for this stuff, honestly. Just like with like stealing supplies instead of buying supplies. Because I don't understand how grinders say that grinding takes work whenever all you do is like press a button and wait for the supplies to build up and then simply drive a vehicle across the map and get $1 million. Like, special cargo crates are different because you actually have to go out and get the crates. You have to do a mission and get the crates. And those are the ones that are easier to blow up. So the reason I talk about this is because I feel like as the years went on, they've taken steps to reduce how easy it is to blow up the cargo. Like making the gun ready shipments not be able to be locked onto, even though they take an insane amount of missiles. So like, even though the Insurgent takes like 20 rockets to blow up, you can't lock onto it. And then people can also protect cargo, and even when you do blow it up, they can just close the application. And then people gang up on you and kill you whenever all you're trying to do is blow up the cargo. And back with the Oppressor Mark II problem. So when I was in my Savage a few minutes ago, I was fighting an Oppressor Mark II and I had to leave because I wasn't able to take out the Oppressor Mark II with my Savage. And the problem is, whenever I'm in a Savage that has the explosive cannon, and I'm using the explosive cannon on the Savage to blow up cargo, that's when Oppressor Mark II is coming to kill me whenever I'm just trying to blow up the cargo. And I know people might say, well, CJ, can't you just use the Oppressor Mark II back? Well, yeah, but the problem is, you can't really use the Oppressor Mark II to blow up the cargo if you're sitting there trying to fight the guy who's trying to kill you. Because ever since the Oppressor Mark II missile nerf, you can very, very rarely hit an Oppressor Mark II with another Oppressor Mark II missile. They're just sitting there wasting your time, wasting all your missiles shooting at the guy who's trying to kill you. And also, the Oppressor Mark II often doesn't hold enough missiles to blow up the cargo. That's the problem with these armored insurgents taking so many missiles and just other cargo vehicles in general. Because they take so many missiles and you have to free them, oftentimes you miss your shot. Especially if you're being attacked, because you're having to fight off other players and try to free them the cargo vehicles. That can be really hard unless you're like getting tons of shots in at one time. So the Oppressor Mark II, it only holds 20 missiles. So say there's 3 cargo vehicles on the map, and they each take like 10 rockets to blow up. Well, you don't have enough missiles to blow them up, and that's if you are precise with all your shots and you hit every single one of your shots, which is very unlikely to do when you're firing at a fast armored insurgent, where the players are also trying to kill you and attack you for no reason. So that's why I don't like depressing lot 2 very much, because it stops you from blowing up cargo a lot of times. Like, I know people say depressing lot 2 is good for blowing up cargo, but so is the Savage, and so is the Hunter, and, jets. Actually, using the Hunter and the Savage helicopter are better at blowing up cargo because, one, the Savage has the explosive cannon, and the Hunter has chaff and has infinite missiles, and so does the Savage, because whenever we're in the helicopters, we don't have to worry about running out of missiles and not being able to blow up the cargo. So anyway, that's all for this video. I really hope that Rockstar fixes the icons for the special cargo vehicles, because a lot of times grinders will sell and you don't even know it because the game doesn't show up the icons. And it can trick other players whenever you're trying to blow up cargo, and the game will trick you and tell you that someone's selling cargo when they're really not, get you to go to that one icon and hide the other cargo vehicles. I mean, it's just stuff like this makes me worry about GTA 6 and the possibility of there not being cargo griefing. Because I just feel like each time Rockstar's added a cargo update, they made it harder to blow it up. But yeah, I really do wish they'd fixed the problem, especially where grinders can close their application. And I don't understand why they can't, because when you close your application after using an orbital cannon, or after you get bad score, it still saves that. So I don't understand how, when you close your application, when your cargo gets blown up, I don't know how the game can't auto-save it. Like, I feel like Rockstar could try harder to make it easier on griefers, but they just choose not to. Either just too lazy, or they are starting to dislike card griefing, which is probably kind of both. If they were lazy, they probably wouldn't be still making the icons more delayed. I mean, they just fixed that in this past update, and I feel like if they just didn't care, they wouldn't be doing more things to make it easier for the grinders. So I really do feel like that Rockstar is starting to turn against card griefing, which sets a very dangerous precedent for GTA 6. And there's not going to be card griefing. What can players like me do in GTA 6, really? And I feel like players like me are the reason GTA 6 is even coming out. So if we can't even play it because there's not going to be card griefing, that's really going to piss us off, you know? And I feel like you guys should be thanking us for GTA 6 coming out in the first place. So the least y'all can do is let us grief you, you know? So anyway, that's all for the video. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.